We're now joined by our South African political analyst, Sisi Duma, from the epicenter of the riots in South Africa. Thank you so much for joining us, Sisi.
Thank you for having me. Blessings.
All right, Sisi, now we know that this is 1 year after the unrest began, and I would just like to ask, how has the South African government and the people of South Africa really dealt with the aftermath of the event?
Okay, I think the truth is we are actually still processing it. It does not feel like something that happened a year ago already. It feels like something that happened 2 weeks ago. But in terms of the physical dealing with the events, the government has begun reconstructing all the buildings that were looted, all the buildings that were burnt down. We are seeing malls that are about to be open again, reopened after they were burnt down. And in terms of people, they're also trying to rebuild businesses that they lost. Some people have closed doors permanently and are trying to find other means to get income. So we are still in the process of rebuilding.
Okay, also talking about the ANC, what role would you say the ANC has played in the whole situation?
Okay, I'm going to look at the ANC as the entire government as a whole. And I think that what you mentioned earlier, in fact, that the violence was spurred by the arrest of Jacob Zuma. Yeah. However, the social economic issues in the country are the catalyst of how this went out of hand. When you looked at the first looting incidents, people were looting food. They were looking for nappies for their children. So you could see that this is a poverty issue. And it goes back to the way our government, I believe, dealt with the poverty in our country. We were just coming out of COVID. People had lost their jobs. People were despondent. So what really, really spurred this looting was, I believe, government neglect in a sense of not being able to help people out of this extreme poverty.
All right, so as we reflect on the unfortunate incident of July 2021, how would you say the mood is for the South African people? What is the general mood in South Africa?
Three moods. The first one is somber for the lives lost. There's just a sadness in the air. The second one is anger for the lives lost. There's anger in the air because justice has not been served yet for the lives that were lost. And the third mood is anxiety. Things are tense. We're a bit worried that it might happen again because the issues that spurred the first one have not been solved yet. So we are still exactly where we were 1 year ago in terms of the issues that were raised.
Sisi, it's unfortunate that lives were lost, in the July 2021 event. And, people, like you said, have not gotten over it yet. They want justice. And sadly, a lot of people died in that event. So has there been any arrests as regarding the lives that were lost or the people who were killed since then?
Okay, so there was a report that was released yesterday by our Minister of Police, Bheki Cele. And in that, he said that 8,000 police cases were logged in just in that period between the 8th and the 17th of July, 8,000. Of these cases, we have murder, culpable homicide, attempted murder, we have theft, we have what have you. We had 199 deaths. And of all of that, we have had, I think, 36 people were arrested for murder. 31 were arrested for attempted murder. However, there have been no convictions as yet. And I think that's the frustration because arrests mean people can be bailed out and are walking out in the community, living their lives a year later, So there's been no convictions. And I think that is what's really the bitter pill to swallow here.
So putting the situation side by side now, we know that people are frustrated that there haven't been arrests made yet. But do you think that there is progress towards that? You mentioned that there were about 800 cases, logged in. So do you think there is progress? People are frustrated, but do you think there is hope?
We live in hope. We hope for hope. But with the way things stand at the moment, it's hard to say because there are some cases will be convicted, and that's for sure because there's video evidence of people being killed. On video, it's circulating, it's viral. People have seen their family members being brutally killed on video. However, then there's also the he said, she said convictions. Those are the ones that are a bit iffy. We're not too sure if those will end in convictions. So justice may not 100% be served there. So it's very much we're just hoping that the arm of the law will be strong here, and it will give justice to those who lost their family members.
All right, thank you so much, Sisi Duma, our political analyst from South Africa. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.